Hello, Litmus ma'am. So after a long time we are meeting, right? So yes, thank you very much for my 220 subscribers. I'm really now very happy because many of you are with me when I am not posting a single video. Though I was active in Telegram channel. Please don't forget to join my Telegram channel. So now, yes, I know that you have clicked on this video after watching the thumbnail. So yes, without any further ado, let's start this video. And in this video, I will share my experiences and my thoughts about the recent NET exam, that is December 2025, which was happened in 5th January 2026. So yes, Happy New Year too. And I put this video very late because as an aspirant I have to gather some knowledge कि कहाँ से question आए थे and all these things. So yes, and I have put down some topics what I can remember after giving the test. So I have written all of this so that I don't forget any point to tell you after such a long time. So first, let's talk about the change in question pattern. So first thing is that there were many questions asked from assertion and reasoning, right? I think almost 4 or 5 questions were assertion and reasoning type, and I really feel very disgusted to when I saw this kind of questions, that assertion is right, reasoning is wrong, assertion is that, reasoning is not justified, this and all these 4 options, because it sometimes it's very confusing, because you have to know something in very deeper level, though it's very diabolical. So yes, there was 4 or 5 questions that were assertion and reasoning type, and it is a new pattern because we haven't seen this kind of this type in our previous exams, right? Previous English literature exam. And so yes, questions are getting very tougher day by day. So now next thing is that, which is something different unlike previous years, previous months exam, that is there were very less chronological questions, and the type was they asked Thomas Hardy's novels. We have to arrange them, which is a nice thing to do. But what about Arms and the Man's, G.B. Shaw's play? When it was staged, where it was staged first? What kind of question is that? Even when we are reading Arms and the Man in our, what should I say, MA syllabus or in our bachelor's syllabus, we don't pay any attention when it was staged in, in year wise. Do you? I didn't do it. So they have asked, क्या 2 number? And these are the few question patterns that I have noticed. And yes, there were many questions that was like matching. In feminism theory, I know very well that they have asked some theorists and their books. Okay, in a order we have to match them. And yes, one interesting thing is that there was a poem that and they are asking this line by line. I have to arrange them line by line. This is something very different. I must have to say, as an aspirant, I have watched this because in previous years questions, if we go through this, there are not this kind of questions. This is something different. Now let's talk about from which portions questions have came in this particular exam. So first of all, question that was Thomas Hardy, मतलब Victorian age से question आया था, and that is that. And now the thing is that world literature, when we are talking about, there is no question from like typical world literature. I didn't find it. If you have, then please comment down and let me know. There was a question about a Chinese philosopher. Maybe I'm wrong to pronounce the particular name, that is Ian Wang. Okay, 3 questions have been asked from that particular person, and I didn't know. After giving that exam, I watched some platforms reviews on a Testbook, Vinit Pandey, and many other platforms. So there I got to know कि yes, he or she, I didn't confirm this, is a Chinese philosopher. They have asked 3 or 4 questions from this particular person. China से पूछ रहे. In the previous exam, I can very well remember that a Japanese writer had been asked. They are picking questions from anywhere and everywhere. And why this is happening? Because there is no defined syllabus in our UGC-NET English literature syllabus. If you are an aspirant, and of course you have downloaded this particular NET syllabus, you will see that there is 4 unit, if I'm not wrong, and it is poetry, drama, and prose, something like that, novels. So how can we read and finish all the novels that has been written, that are writing right now? It's impossible. It's impossible for us to read, and it's really impossible for us teachers also to complete this syllabus. So I think that UGC NET India should it should give us some elaborate syllabus. A defined syllabus is a dire need for us. Okay, so if they give us that particular pattern that you have to read this particular writers and their works and these things, and each time if they update the syllabus with time, then also it is okay, because we can get with this. Yes, okay, the syllabus is now updated. We have no basic idea about the syllabus, because just look now, in world literature the whole world is with us. Okay, they can ask anybody from anywhere, they just can cherry picking, and for us it's really tough to complete all these things in that particular time. It's really very much frustrating. It's really, no doubt, it's a disappointed action. So compact syllabus is a need. So what do you think? What's your view? Please let me know in the comment section. And yes, in the previous, or if you have seen the question pattern, many questions had been asked from Indian literature. But at this particular exam, there was very few, like 3 writers were asked in that particular exam. So the students like me, who have given their energy in Indian writing to cover up, because we have seen that many questions are asking from Indian literature, they will get a shock that literally no questions haven't been asked in that particular attempt. Okay, and there was, I think, no question from American literature. Yes, there is no single question from American literature, but you have to study this. You can't leave this, that in that particular attempt it hasn't been asked, so it's not important. You can't do this. So that's where things get worse, And yes, one important thing that I just wanna say, they have given 4 to 5 questions from linguistic part, which is not directly mentioned in our UGC-NET syllabus. Is it? It is not. They have asked many questions, different questions from linguistics. I just couldn't remember all these things because terms were unknown to me to remember. And 2 or 3 questions had been asked from feminism theory. There was a match the following pattern, and there was 4 or 5 4 writers, theorists, and their books had been, we have to match them. So I think it's a needy question, it's a good question type. So yes, that's all about it. What I faced is that, assertion and reasoning is, what I feel is that it's very tough to solve all of them at a moment because we haven't practiced it yet. They are changing the question pattern. It almost feel like, that they are experimenting with the pattern in each attempt. They are and they are testing our patience. Yes, one thing is that the question what they are asking has been changed. Now you have to go through, in a deeper level. There were very few questions that has been asked, to like publish, when it was published, and all these things, that particular exam. And I guess there was no question from Shakespeare. I guess so. Maybe I forget this. And yes, paper 1 was comparatively easy, moderate to easy. And yes, in that particular exam, paper 2, what I was talking about, reading comprehension जो था part, तो prose and poems were very easy. I have to say that. I have to give big hands for them. The questions were really very easy to solve them and all. And same goes with paper 1 also. The reading comprehension part was really easy. It was tricky, but it's okay. Yes, big hands. Now what I think is that I have just completed my syllabus in that particular attempt, and I sat for this exam. So now let's look into June attempt, which there is a saying kind of thing in people that in June attempt the questions what they ask is actually tough, and in December what they ask is actually easy. So that's what happened actually. In June attempt was really terrible. It was easier than June attempt. So now let's see what is your view, what is your opinion. Please comment down and let me know. And you can join me in Telegram channel, as I am very active in my Telegram channel than in YouTube. Yeah, and thank you very much for being with me. And yes, we are now 220 subscribers. Okay, Linguistic is growing without giving, and I'm really feeling very guilty because I didn't put any videos and anything, because I was in a mess. Okay, there is some personal things going on side by side, and I felt that I should focus on my UGC-NET syllabus to finish it and all. But now I'm thinking that I should put some videos on that particular things to clear your doubts. Okay, so yes, that's all in this video, and very soon we will meet in the next video, which will be on paper 1, and I will share some thoughts what I have felt as an aspirant in this particular exam. So bye.